Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. We're still hovering around 51.5 cents. I've seen something as we've continued to drift laterally. There is a growing amount of excitement surrounding XRP. Brad's tattoo is still a hot topic, and the IPO and the settlement are constantly brought up in conversation. And we're talking about XRP values that are really high. And yes, a lot of attention is always welcome. And it's a great motivator sometimes. But we also need to keep to the truth. The advantages of CBDCs in retail and worldwide payment innovation are highlighted by a Ripple executive. Market CBD has the ability to work with the current global infrastructure and payment systems. According to Wallace, if you want to buy some coffee, the shop you visit must be able to accept CBDC just as easily as they would accept cash or a credit card. It's like the old world and the new world are colliding. A CBDC store is an interesting idea. This is the part that many people will have the most trouble buying into. The general public has little interest in utilizing it. I'm referring to those who are aware of the truth behind the story. That's common knowledge, thanks to the CBDC, you know. The government will have complete visibility into your buying habits. At some point, they can use this information as a weapon to cut off your access to funds. How then do we encourage stores to implement CBDC programs? Universal basic income is how they're going to accomplish it, and I know precisely how they're going to do it. People will wait in line for hours if they know they can obtain something for free. And this is how a commercial CBD will emerge. In my view, that is exactly what you claim as yours. Just drop it in the box below. By David Schwartz. Ripple CTO reveals his father's significant holdings of XRP. When XRP was first coined in April 2014, its price was around half a penny. The chief technology officer recently revealed that his father had acquired over a million XRP at that time. What if we could go in time and purchase XRP when it was only half a cent? It really helps to put things in perspective. People would wish they had invested 51 cents in XRP 2 years from now when the price is considerably higher. This sentiment was shared by all Bitcoin investors at one point or another. It was predicted that if I could travel through time, I would stock up on Bitcoin before its price soared to $69,000. The same will be true of XRP. Ripple, the CTO, explains the clawback. I was already familiar with the XRP ledger's functionality. However, he later admitted that he had changed his mind about Nology because of the seeming distinction between clawback and the free speech doctrine. Schwartz predicted that a legal battle would arise over the clawback feature. In particular, he thinks the token issuer is relieved of legal responsibility when they have the option to recover some cash when there is no disagreement. Schwartz emphasized the need of the precaution in meeting legal mandates. He thinks auditing XRP ledger protocols will be challenging with the current model since it lacks the clawback feature. As the chief technology officer of Ripple put it, this function is a tool that allows for surgical strikes to keep the XRP ledger whole rather than the nuclear option of freezing the ledger. Many individuals are discussing this clawback, and many of them are opposed to it. But as we move forward, this may help us avoid certain legal hurdles, particularly if developers consider the possibility of banks joining the team in the not-too-distant future. Although we advocate for XRP, CNBC's fast money doesn't cover the SEC's assault on individual XRP investors. It would be like betraying an employee if you turned on Jay Clayton because he is a contributor. Furthermore, the XRP attack was never properly discussed. In light of the SEC's attack on retail investors in the wake of its lawsuit against Ripple Labs, attorney John Deaton, who represents over 75,000 XRP investors, has raised important questions about CMEVC's unwillingness to report on the matter. But there's more to it than that. And I'll transport you to the year 2018. And now is as good a moment as any to buy XRP. All you could think about back then was when the next big spike in the graph was going to be. In those days, nobody even mentioned the SEC. That SEC case that caused a ripple didn't even come up until December of 2020. So, not only did Brian Kelly talk about XRP on CNBC Fast Money with Melissa Lee, he also demonstrated how anyone may get it for themselves. In 2018, even Brian Kelly declared XRP not to be a security. Obviously, he was correct in his assessment. By the way, not only did CNBC not demonstrate the purchase of XRP on air, but the network also provided online guides that explained the steps involved. After explaining to individual investors how to purchase XRP and assuring them that it wasn't a security, my sincere and reasonable inquiry is as follows. Why hasn't CNBC covered the SEC's attack on retail investors who held Ripple in digital wallets by suing the company and claiming the asset as their own? 75,000 retail investors with illicit securities in their retirement accounts sued the SEC. However, no one has cared about the misery of the investors that CNBC targeted when it marketed XRP. The explanation escapes me. The real reason is that Jay Clayton helps out with this. And this is one of the videos from 2018 that demonstrates just how far they went with XRP. Check it out, and certainly down. From these heights in the sky, correct? The cryptocurrency industry as a whole seems to have hit a wall right now. Still, according to Louise Yamada, a larger foundation allows for more height and scope. In my opinion, you need to get individuals to start exchanging foreign currency for XRP, the Ripple currency. However, that is the value. Therein lies the greatest utility of Ripple the currency. That's a solid foundation, if that's the case. There. I can't believe that actually aired in 2018 on live TV. Then, after waiting 2 years, everything shifted. And that's why I stated things were really different if you rewound the clock to that era. Everything that is now accepted as fact was once considered a conspiracy theory. There wasn't going to be a new financial system for decades. It seems we've come closer than ever before, though. And as we move forward into the future, we can expect to see the same thing. When everyone believes the US dollar can never go down again. What's the reason? Simply said, it has never before fallen. And much like with other things, skeptics said the internet will fizzle out, but here we are. When credit cards originally appeared, they too would have been all the rage. But they're used by everyone. People who aren't familiar with the cryptocurrency industry will continue to view it with suspicion since they don't know what it is. It's something they'll use frequently. By that time, you and I will each have amassed a fortune of $1 billion, thanks to Ripple's innovative approach to international money transfers. It's humbling to be recognized with other trailblazers who are bringing cutting-edge technology to the financial sector. Even if they already achieved first place, that doesn't stop them from seeking additional recognition. So, Juniper's CBDC answer is the first correct one. That's a major deal, as it implies that anything else proposed for solving the problem of a CBDC is really background noise in comparison to the optimum answer offered by Ripple. And that's why a lot of institutions are making plans to adopt Ripple. Countries around the world are also making Ripple their future of choice. And, indeed, the volatility risk over 180,000 seconds with SWIFT is higher than the volatility risk over 3 seconds with XRP. Because of this, the future is not bright for SWIFT. Ripple and XRP are essential for them. That's basically the crux of the matter. What I don't see is why people are so eager to push Quick. You should check out Quick and Chainlink, by the way. They're about to explode in size. However, you can bet the Flints won't utilize SWIFT after we booted Russia off the system as a political and economic weapon. Then the powerful will answer, well, consider the United States. Even with its $33 trillion in debt, it plans to continue using SWIFT to transfer funds to and from China. Guess what the United States will have to use instead of SWIFT if China doesn't want to? And XRP and Ripple are the ones I anticipate them using. That's how I see it, at least. In my view, that is. Please share your thoughts with me. Please share your thoughts in the space provided below. On October 4th, a unique ringtone will be broadcast to every phone, computer, TV, and radio in the country for 30 minutes. Not sure how you feel about it, but it doesn't sit well with me. And many think this will eventually evolve into some sort of social credit system. However, the idea is met with strong opposition from many people. Please share your ideas in the comments section. Currently, it is taking place. Many believe this is related to the issue at hand. Welcome, guests. Nesara is now active. Gesara is now operational. In addition, the debt incurred via legitimate banking and government activities is cancelled, a flat rate is established for all new, non-essential goods, and the government is funded only through sales tax, while benefits for the elderly are increased and the constitution is restored. And it goes on, making an unbelievable sound. But I recall that this was a topic of conversation in the year 2020. People at the time reasoned that they might as well rack up a lot of debt now if it would be written off later. Is this something you anticipate happening? Since your debts are cancelled and you are placed on a free money system, I believe this will eventually lead to Universal Basic Income, UBI. But then they have access to that cash? And like I've always wondered, if the government is doing something, is it going to be in the US only? But what about the rest of the world's nations? So what, everyone else in the world will still be in debt, but in the United States everyone will be debt-free? A part of me doubts this. I was hoping you could point me in a new direction. I have no idea. Just leave it in the comments. On Monday, the jury for the free trial of defendant George Bateman is expected to be selected. And I, for one, intend to watch developments in this area with interest. I expect to elaborate a little on this topic. But the movie release, whenever that may be, is what I'm really anticipating. This way I could relax and enjoy the movie without worrying about spoilers. And that's going to turn out well, too. After witnessing Sam Bankman-Fried, potential viewers may be inspired to learn more about cryptography. Some consumers may decide to put money into cryptocurrency regardless of whether or not they see a trial. However, if the mainstream media is involved, they will likely portray Sam as the victim in this situation, rather than crypto. Many individual investors were also heard from by Sam. And many people lost everything and decided to never return to the crypto industry. This criminal must be punished to the fullest extent of the law. However, as I've already mentioned, we're living in a moment when the cryptocurrency market is surrounded by much excitement. For the longest time, I think we've been stuck in neutral. To keep everyone engaged, people need to fabricate stories and generate excitement. Yes, but we also require hard evidence. That's basically the crux of the matter. The facts and current events that I observe continue to corroborate the existence of the bull scenario. I'm still optimistic that crypto will gain traction in the near future. That being stated, I'm going to end this post. Please accept my gratitude for tuning in. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.